Morning, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Trading Bitcoin with your host, Tone Base. Checking the mic setting, everything looks good. I am coming to you live from yet another airport. I am in Schiphol Airport in Amsterdam. Only spent a couple of days here, didn't really meet anyone, had to take some meetings about the notification service, which is going to be built out, and still working on that. It became a much bigger project than I actually expected. And now I'm on my way to London. There's no events going on in London. Again, a couple of things I need to take care of there after meeting some people during CC Forum. And I did change my plans once again, and I will be headed to Singapore from London for all the conferences in Singapore. I am not speaking at any of them. There are 4 conferences in Singapore. I have passes to attend them all. I don't know if I'm going to attend them all, but I'm not speaking at any of them. So if you run into me randomly, that's great. All right. Flight is boarding in 20 minutes, so let's move on. Gonna go right into the charts. Not really anything to announce, mostly because the financial summit is over and Unconfiscatable is not yet open to registration, but maybe later in the week. The monthly chart is completely neutral. What we see over the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months. So over the last 5 months, using Heikin-Ashi candles, we have 5 months in a row of lower highs. That is not a good sign. For the last 1, 2, prior 2 months, we've had lower lows. Not a good sign. The fact that we are above all 3 of the moving averages I have shown here, and these long shadows off the bottom, is actually a bullish sign. So to me, the monthly chart is totally neutral, but the moment I see a new higher high on a monthly basis, that's a very bullish sign. If we get a green price flip, that's a bullish sign. If we get a green 2 above a green 1, that's a bullish sign. So it's possible Bitcoin could be bullish in the near future. The weekly chart has not activated a long trade in a long time. So the last time sorry guys, it's kind of loud around me, but I'm also not helping in that regard. The last time the weekly chart went bullish was the week of June 17th. That's a very long time ago. A very long time ago. That's the last time the weekly chart went bullish. That was a green 2 going above a green 1, breaking a Fibonacci line, and following and got preceded by a 9. That was the last time the weekly chart activated a bullish trade, if you are a trader of the sequential system, which I was. Let me see how we're doing on the live chat. Now, the last time the weekly chart activated a bearish trade was at this red line, and that took place the week of September 16th. Unless I'm screwing something up here. So there has been nothing on the sequential between June 17th and September 16th. So June to July, July to August, so 3 months. 3 months of nothing. Now that's when the bearish trade got executed. The bearish trade ends on a 9 sequential. Now, if you are lucky or good, your short trade, your bearish trade, got exited right at the low. Because on this weekly candle, that's where the weekly 9 is telling you to take profit from your short trade, start looking for the long trade. If you caught the long trade, great. Now, another way to catch the long trade is with a green number above a prior green number. And that has not yet happened. So today is Wednesday. So I have to leave my green line where it is. But if this candle stays, the high of this candle stays below the high of last week's candle, then this line gets put down, which would be great because I would love to execute a long trade next week as the price of Bitcoin goes above this week's high. But we don't know what this week's high is going to be. So we have to leave this line at last week's high. And that's where we are in a weekly scale. I'm not going to go into the sub-daily charts because I just don't care. So here's a daily scale. The daily scale, while the daily scale did activate a bullish trade 3 days ago or whatever on this green 2 going above a green 1, look at the beautiful support by the 200-day moving average. The concern here is the 128-day moving average, which has started to decline and the price continues to sit below it. So in a perfect world, Bitcoin would consolidate into early December. Like it will consolidate for the rest of the month in this $9,400, $9,500 range as the moving averages cross over. And as they cross over, Bitcoin would need to break out to the upside or to the downside. It becomes a bit of a toss-up, but right now, this consolidation above the 200-day moving average, and clearly $2,000 off of the lows in late October, this makes me lean more bullish than bearish. Also, the closer we get to the halving, without going below 7,000, the more bullish I get. I don't really care about the lower level timeframes, guys. I mean, Ethereum is hanging in there, totally irrelevant shitcoin. Nothing interesting there. Gold, this is actually very interesting to me. So gold, I'm still using the 730 and 50 moving averages. I'm not sure if these are the best moving averages to use. I need to do a little more research. I feel like in assets that aren't as volatile as Bitcoin, the 30 and the 50 on the weekly may be a little too close to each other. Perhaps it is better to use a 721 and 50, maybe. I'm not sure, okay? I'm not sure if the 21 is now way too close to the 7. I mean, a lot of research would need to be put in here. I do want to find the perfect moving averages for these significant assets. That's a horrendous candle. We are back at this 50% Fibonacci line. I don't like this consolidation. I almost want to draw a symmetric triangle. Not sure how it would fly. Like I said, it's not a perfect symmetric triangle. It's not ideal either. We get the point. You get this feeling of a symmetric triangle. And I can almost draw a descending triangle, but if it wasn't for this drop here, like you can almost draw it like this. And I'm saying almost because it's not great. Oh man. I want to draw it like this. Maybe I still can. This breaks one minor rule right here. There was a close below it, but it's not a good looking posture, right? Like look, all of your moving averages are now declining. The short one is still above the intermediate one, but not for long. And if I put this back at 30, which is where it was a minute ago, it doesn't look good. This is not a good sign for gold. I would not be long gold right now. I would be out of gold. Gold still has a chance to end its bear market by finding good support in the 1380 range. And if gold can find good support in the 1380 range, it can then take off to new all-time highs. But right now, I would not be very bullish on gold into year end and into the US election. Like, gold is not out of the woods yet. Gold's a long way away from new all-time highs. I mean, it's better than where it was at $1,000, but remember, gold hit its low of $1,000 in 2015, and gold is up, what, 50%, a little less, 50% since 2015. So in 5 years, gold is up 50%. We can compare that to the stock market, right? Let's see if gold outperformed the stock market, and we're going to cherry pick the best point for gold. November 27, 2015, and I can get the exact number. No, it's not difficult. And right now, where's gold at? It's around here somewhere. So gold is up 43% in almost 5 years. The top came in at 50, but right now gold is up 43% from a cherry-picked low, like a cherry-picked low. So let's not cherry-pick the low in the S&P. Let's just go to November 2015, because I'm just curious. On November 27th, to be exact, probably make that green. 2015, November, that'd be here, that's December, that's September. Man, so that's November. A few weeks earlier or a few weeks higher, and the S&P performs much better, right? So look, so the S&P is up 54%, right? And that's cherry picking gold. That's cherry picking the gold low, right? If I go a month or two earlier, S&P is up 65%. If I go 3 or 4 weeks later, S&P is up 70%. So don't give me your bullshit about how, you're only supposed to invest in gold and the stock market is garbage. I mean, it's proof right there that in the last 5 years, that you cherry pick the gold. If you were the greatest trader in history and you got into gold at the low 5 years ago, the S&P 500 still crushed you, not to mention dividend reinvestments. So you got to be real careful with your gold investments, guys. You really do. Like, think about it logically. And this is why I've been a stock market bull for way longer than the last 5 years and continue to be so until the stock market, tells me to be bearish. Even here, off this big catastrophe at the end of last year, I was still, somewhat bullish. And look what happened. All right, I got about 5 more minutes before I got to go board my flight. Let's take a look at some stocks. Before we do, though, I will head over to tonebase.com. I like your comment. There comes a time when gold overtakes S&P, but for now, S&P is winning. S&P has been winning for over 100 years. So many prior to you have said this, and their portfolios have suffered. So again, will gold crush the S&P 500 in the future? Probably one day, but the charts will tell you that if you are a student of technical analysis. Fundamentally speaking, the S&P has been winning for over 100 years. So, hey guys, if you want to support this channel, please check out the affiliate section. And if you are going to sign up for any of these companies, whether you hate them or love them, if you're going to sign up for them, this is how you can support your favorite content creators without actually paying anything. And that's great. This is why I like affiliate codes. So check those out. My calendar, I canceled all my December travel because I've been on the road since August. And eventually, it is catching up to me. And now that I have to go back to Singapore and then Dubai, I'll be in Dubai for about a week. So if you are in Dubai, I guess find a way to reach out. Good luck with that. But I'll try to keep an eye on my messages or something. And yeah, but do support via the affiliate codes. Unconfiscatable will go up for registration soon. And we're going to do another financial summit probably in April, because the last one was so good and so popular and so many people that wanted to make it couldn't make it. So I'm not going to wait a year. We're going to do one, and it'll be closer to the United States and Europe than Bali. So get ready for huge announcements. All right, let's look at some stocks. So here's Lyft. Lyft must have had some bad earnings. Sorry, guys, I was busy. I forgot where I was. I think I was in Singapore, where I'm going to next week. And that's a bad sign, right? You have, where's my third moving average? There's only two here. 30, 50, 200. Oh, the 200 is not there yet. Probably doesn't have enough days. Okay. It's not good from a moving average perspective. It looked like a good buying opportunity after it fell 50%. However, I would not be long right now. This is the daily chart. And if it opens today, it starts trading below this moving average, these lows can easily be broken. And I think Uber is the leader here. So Uber is now making a brand new low. So while Uber was a nice buying opportunity off of the sequential 9, clearly at some point, the market turned. And you certainly don't want to be holding these things through earnings. And now Uber is down 40% from the IPO price, which is getting dangerously close. Well, not from the IPO price, I'm sorry, from the high. From the IPO price, I think it's down like 34%. Either way, Uber is getting close to a buying opportunity for me, because I do believe in Uber, the company, and just like I believe in Tesla, the company, and several other tech companies. But I want to buy them with a good buying opportunity. So I would love to pick this up on a 9, so sometime next week, somewhere in the $24 range. All right, AMD. Look at AMD. Wanted to look at that one as well. Ooh, beautiful 9. I think I wrote something about that in the notification service. By the way, guys, if you're not in the notification service, it's free. It's going to be free till end of year. I wanted to start charging for it already, but it's still free. So check out the link below the YouTube channel. And let me not be late for my flight. Check out the link below the YouTube channel to get into it for free. Let me show you in the channel. So yes, I haven't been commenting much, I know, but I saw the AMD chart and it was really good. Like here's the AMD chart that I saw the other day. I think it was yesterday, okay? And let me read you the commentary that I wrote in the notification channel. I'll literally read it word for word. There's like over 4,000 people in this notification channel, so they can all verify what I'm about to say. In fact, I'll paste it into the live chat. Nope, too many characters. Never mind. AMD is on a double nine after a monster run up. Don't get greedy. Definitely a take profit situation. As for shorts, need to see what the overall market is doing, as it's bullish as hell. If big names are hitting nines though, might be time to take a breather. So I am certainly warning everyone to get out of this asset on this nine. Now, what I didn't realize at the time, but I realized it 5 minutes later, that S&P, Dow Jones, Russell, and NASDAQ were all on a nine. So it's time for the market to take a freaking break. So obviously, anyone that paid attention to this AMD could have easily got out at the very, very top. And if you still don't believe in the power of sequential, you don't have to. I mean, if when I go back to trading, which could be sooner than later, guys, because I'm really getting frustrated with a lot of shit in the crypto space. When I go back to trading, this indicator will be my #1 tool for my swing trading positions. So speaking of, here is the S&P on a nine. It's a double nine, in fact, and that means that the Wall Street guys are not seeing this. So they could have missed it, but not me and not us and not those that follow my version of sequential. And there it is, nine marking the top. Now let's see what happens the rest of this week. That's the daily chart. The weekly chart is still bullish. The weekly chart is only on a 3 or something. It's on a 3, and that's a bit of a conflict. Let's see if we can get, 9 days of downside without breaking the weekly bullish candle. That would be a perfect world. We don't get a perfect world, but that's what we have. Let me pull up some indices because I want to show you what's happening. Indices. So look, here's the Dow Jones, and it should be on a 9 when it loads. And it is. See, the Dow Jones is also on a 9. Now, the Dow Jones is on a single 9, not a double 9. So the Wall Street guys are seeing this. What about the NASDAQ? Well, look at that. The NASDAQ is also on a 9, right? Everything is lining up. Now, what about the Russell? I don't think I have the Russell. Oh, I do have the Russell. There it is. Oh, look at that beautiful reversal candle. So the Russell is on a double 9, on a gorgeous reversal candle. The markets are topping here, right? Am I still bullish the stock market into Trump's election? Absolutely. But would I be getting out of the stock market right now as a swing trader? Yes. Would I be getting out of the stock market as a position trader in my retirement portfolios? Probably not. But as a swing trader, I'm getting out of the market. I can always get back in. I would have got out of the market yesterday when all these nines, when the alert service notified you of nines across all 4 of the US top indices. What about the VIX? So the VIX was on a 13 buy. Oh, and a new update to this indicator is coming very soon once I get back to the US in about a month. So this is very interesting to me. I don't know if I have time for any more stocks. I do want to look at Tesla though, because I'm curious. Oh man. Wow. Did people miss an opportunity to buy into Tesla? I need to go back to trading. Like, I think Tesla will rule the world. I really do. I think this thing is going to go to new all-time highs and is going to crush them to go be the Amazon of the next decade. I just think it's going to crush it. Just my opinion, not trading advice. Speaking of Amazon, oh, Amazon's looking great. I like this. I really do. Be careful though. I mean, the orange is a long-term moving average. The moving averages still have to cross over. I am looking at 30, 50, and 200. Not sure why I'm looking at 30, 50, and 200. And I'm not sure why my settings aren't coming up. It should be 20, 50, and 200, but oh well. All right, guys, I gotta run. So I want to say an NIO is Chinese Tesla. It's the Chinese of everything. NIO Inc. If it's Chinese Tesla, it ain't doing very good. It's $2 stock. Maybe it's on a different stock. Maybe it's on a different exchange. NIO Canada. I don't see the Chinese exchange here. All right, guys. And that's what a good trader does, right? Like, you're not going to have a trade every second of every day. You know, you sit there patiently. You should have been in the stock market because it was bullish. And yesterday was the day that all these yellow lights are flashing. You know, take your profit, take your profit, take your profit. You can always get back in any day, anytime. All right, guys. On this note, saying goodbye. I got to get on a flight. I am leaving.